Hi angels, welcome to Earth Angel Energy. I'm the Earth Angel and today I'm bringing you another pick a card reading, and today's topic is how do you create your dream life? So what do you need to do? What energy do you need to be in to create your dream life? So I want you to take a second, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to imagine your dream life, your goals, what you look like, who's around you. Just really imagine, if you have a vision board, paint that picture. And let's see what energy you need to be in so you can achieve that. And I have 3 piles for you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and take a second, see which pile resonates with you, and we can go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, then this is your reading on what you need to do to create your dream life. And I'm seeing right away it's looking really good. So I feel like you're actually a very powerful manifestor at this point, and you've really figured out the balance in between having faith and optimism for the future, envisioning your future, and then also taking those steps that you need to take to make your future happen. So I feel like this is just some encouragement if you're kind of wondering, am I making the right decisions? Am I taking the right steps? Absolutely. I do see a little bit of encouragement here to continue to cultivate a relationship with God and the divine, really having that faith and knowledge that God is going to lead your path and get you to where you're trying to be. Even if that plan doesn't 100% look like what you imagined, just have faith and go with the process. I'm also seeing here that you're really working on your body, you're working on your physical appearance as well too, because I feel like a lot of your goals and your dreams are tied to how you look and how you feel and the confidence that can come from that. I also see that you're very passionate about the things that you do and you're actually following your passions, which is important here. I do see with the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, there may have been some things in the past that maybe made you a little bit cautious when it came to like networking or forming connections with people. This could be friends or this could be your actual family here. But I'm seeing that you're being encouraged to have discernment, but be open to connecting with the right people that are going to get you to where you're trying to go here. Yeah, also really continue to set aside if you have like certain financial goals that you have, make sure to continue to set that aside, having savings, investing in things like your 401k, your Roth IRA, really doing a little bit of research. And if you're already doing that, continue to do that because I feel like that's going to really set you up very nicely here. I'm actually seeing as well that for you, pile 1, this is probably the main pile where I'm like, oh, you've already got it figured out. You know what you need to do. You're following the path. You're walking with God. You're making it happen. I think the only advice you're really getting is to enjoy the ride, to not worry or to not fear that you're not going to make it happen, because you are going to make it happen. You're taking the steps. You know your journey. You're making it happen. So don't worry or be afraid if you think, oh gosh, like, is this all going to actually come to fruition? Is this actually going to add up to me having the life that I want? Yes, absolutely. But I think I see a lot of confidence in yourself for a good reason, because you are taking the steps you need to take. You're making it happen. But there's a little bit of encouragement of like, don't think that you're on this journey on your own. Don't think that you have to walk this path alone. And that, especially if you have big dreams or big aspirations or big things you want to accomplish, let God help you. I feel like you have the passion, you have the drive, you have the intelligence, you have the work ethic. But maybe whenever you're kind of feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this all on my own, or is this all going to be for nothing? Absolutely not. Keep going, keep moving forward. I feel like there's also an energy here of wanting you to really sit in that energy of, I will be successful. Whatever I'm trying to accomplish, whatever I'm trying to do, I will do it. Because I feel like the energy here is really indicative of like 100% you're going to make it happen. You're going to succeed. Everything that you have on your list of things you want to accomplish, what you're envisioning for yourself, will come to fruition. Really, the only thing that I'm seeing here that maybe would need to be adjusted a little bit is with this 4 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, there is a sense here of you having some worry or having some fear, especially too if you do have big goals or you do have things that you want to accomplish, of, am I doing this on my own? Or I'm worried, or I'm nervous, or I'm afraid, is this really going to work out? And working with God is really going to help you minimize that and reduce that and really be able to move through life so calmly, because He really will take care of everything. Especially if you're putting in the work, you have the drive, you have the determination, you're taking those steps. All I see right here is a little bit of worry and a little bit of just the weight of everything that you're trying to accomplish here. And it's beautiful. It's wonderful. You know, I see everything lined up perfectly in place, and you're a human being. It's very normal to have a little bit of nervousness or a little bit of fear, a little bit of insecurity with what you're trying to do, especially if you've come a long way. If you feel like you've accomplished a lot already, or if you've had a big transformation in your life, there is a sense here of, can I sustain this? Can I really take this to the level that I want to take it to? Because I feel like you've accomplished so much, but you give me the energy of someone where as you continue to reach milestones, you set new ones for yourself. And truly, the sky is the limit. But I would just say here with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, that secret ingredient is God here. And once you can really implement that into your life, there's going to be a sense of calm and peace, and also knowing that He's in the driver's seat. All you have to do is sit in the passenger seat, do your part, and He's going to help you reach where you're trying to go here. It's a beautiful energy. It's a powerful energy. I feel like, honestly, like, in terms of the work that you need to do and the steps that you need to take, you already know what you're doing. If you're trying to buy a house, you're setting money aside, you're investing, you're looking at properties. If you're trying to make a move, you're taking those steps to see, where do I want to live? How much is it going to cost me? Where am I going to work? If you're trying to start your own business, you're taking all those steps. If you're trying to improve your body or improve your health, you know exactly what you need to do, and you've already accomplished so much already. But I think as you continue to grow and as you continue to evolve, I think the divine and God is really just reminding you, you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do this on your own. He can help carry you the rest of the way. And especially too, as your goals continue to evolve, as your dreams continue to evolve, I think you have a very beautiful and very grand picture of what you want. And so you can ask Him for help and ask Him to guide you, and He will. And just trust that process, you'll get there. But I see right now, if you're wondering, the steps am I taking, is it really going to lead me to where I'm trying to go? 100% yes. I think this is more so just encouragement to let you know that you're doing the right thing. You're going to get to where you're trying to go, so don't worry. And if you feel like you are worried, or if you are stressed, or this is going to be a stressful journey, know that God is in control, and He's going to get you there, and He's going to make it a fun, enjoyable, and peaceful journey for you. That's what I have for you. Beautiful energy, pile one. Honestly, I don't see a humongous amount of advice, because I feel like for a lot of you, I think you already do have a relationship with God, and so you understand this, but this is just encouragement and reassurance that yes, you're on the right track, you're going to get there, and He's going to help you every step of the way. That's what I have for you, pile one. Wonderful energy, and you're looking so good, by the way, if you're wondering. All the steps you're taking are absolutely going to get you there. That house you want, that place you want to live, that job you want to have, you will have it. Absolutely. Beautiful energy. That's what I have for you, pile one. I do hope this resonated, and I hope this was helpful. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you're curious, if they resonate with you. You can always watch any of my other videos, and of course you can always book a personal reading with me if you would like me to read the energy in your situation. But that's what I have for you. So thank you so much once again, and until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, pile 2. So if you chose a second pile, then this is your reading on what you need to do to achieve your dream life. What energy do you need to be in to get from where you are to where you want to be in the future? So I'm seeing for this pile 2, there is a need to go back to the start. Because I see that there's steps that you're going to want to take to get to your dream life. There's actions you're going to want to take. But I see that there's something holding you back here. And I think a lot of it has to do with childhood and maybe some things that you've experienced in childhood. And I feel like once we process and heal this information, the sky's the limit. There might even be an issue here of, there is a piece of advice that I've heard that really resonates with me, and I think it's applicable to most people, where you might not feel like you're ready, you might not feel like everything's ready, but just do it. Just do it, and you can adjust later. So whether it's, making that move, starting a new business, you want to take the appropriate steps to make sure that you're ready, So if you're making a big change, make sure you have a little bit saved up. If you're going to be moving to another part of the country, try and see if you can secure a job or make sure that you can find some sort of employment, things like that. Taking those necessary steps to make sure that you're secure. However, I feel like before that, there is the need to have the courage and have the faith to just do it. Starting that business, hanging out with that person, starting a new endeavor. And there's a sense here of you having a bit of a struggle with actually just going out and doing it. And I think a lot of that has to do with what happened in your childhood. And there's a sense here of there being maybe some anxiety about the future, anxiety about really taking that leap here. But I think what you need to do is go back to the past. walk through your childhood, walk through the things that maybe you feel contribute to some anxiety you have now or some insecurity now. Talk about it. Maybe go to therapy. Talk to someone you trust about things that have happened in your past, and also talk about the ways that you don't want to carry that into the future. So for instance, a beautiful example is some of the most successful and powerful people that I've seen, that I've known in my life, were bullied as children, were mistreated, had people tell them, you're not going to succeed, you're not going to be anything. And what they did is they were able to look back on those past experiences, realize that that wasn't the truth. That a lot of times people recognize something special in them, and because people were too afraid to take the leap themselves, they try to hold others back to make themselves feel better. And so I think what you need to do is think about the things in the past that you're still carrying into the future. Insecurities, fear, feeling like people didn't support you or didn't love you or didn't treat you well. And use that as fuel to say, you know what? From this day forward, I'm not carrying that into my future. From this day forward, I'm not letting that define me. Some of the most successful people use those difficult and painful experiences in their past to fuel them to succeed. And so there is a sense here of like, you need to define who you are for yourself. Not what your mom said, not what your dad said, not what the people at school said, not what your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend said. You define who you are. And I also want you to look back on your childhood, look back on when you were a child, and think about all the wonderful qualities that you had. I want you to look at yourself and say, okay, put yourself in the shoes of a healthy, loving person and think back on your childhood. So someone who's not trying to take others down, someone who's not trying to drag others down, someone who sees the good in everyone. And I want you to look back on your past self. Think about your creativity. Think about your cleverness and your intellect. Think about your kindness. Think about your beauty. Think about your warmth and your grace and your courage. And I really want you to take some time over the next couple weeks, over the next couple months, as you continue to heal some of these things from the past, of reframing your life up until this point through the lens of love and through the lens of courage and grace. And then what I want you to do is I want you to think about your future. Think about the future that you would like. If you weren't held back by anything, if you could really just achieve anything, just imagine yourself. Say, you know, I want to be a successful business person, or I want to be a prolific artist, or I want to have a big, beautiful family. So just imagine that. Just imagine it, that it's happened. And then imagine your childhood. And then imagine the success story from point A to point B. I want you to think about that in your head. Think about your ideal life as if it's already happened, and think about your past. And then I want you to write a theoretical biography of how you got there. So for instance, if you had an abusive childhood, but then you go on and achieve great things and have a beautiful, happy, loving family and a great career and a great social circle around you, write that story in your head. And then say to yourself, that will be my story. If you're someone who deals with anxiety or depression, number one, always try to seek help where you can, especially if you need to talk to someone. If you need actual evaluation or help, please do pursue that. But I want you to imagine your dream life. I want you to imagine your past and where you are now. And I want you to write that story in your head and say, that is my roadmap for my life. Think of all the things you overcame. Think of how far you've come up until this point. I think right now it's really just about believing that that can happen, and also using the past to fuel a positive, transformative future. And you can do it. You can. Take your time. It's not going to be a super quick and easy process, but take your time and just start to use your imagination in that way. Think back on your past through the lens of love, through the lens of kindness, and guess what? That loving lens, that kind lens, that is the truth. The positive things about you, the wonderful things about you, that is the truth. If people try to tell you negative things about yourself or make you feel bad about yourself, that is a lie. It's not true. And once you can really look at yourself through the truthful lens of love, of optimism, of kindness, positivity is genuine, not negativity. And then think back on your past. Think about all the beautiful characteristics that made you who you were. Imagine the future that you want for yourself. And then in your head, write that story. So if you wanted to move somewhere and have a successful career, then one day I saved up some money. I did research on where I wanted to live and what I needed to do to get into that industry, and I took the leap. And I walked with God. I got that apartment. I got into that industry. I worked. I made good friends. I made good acquaintances that helped me push forward. If you have some stumbling blocks, if you had some roadblocks, you overcame them. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, they were living their dream life. And anyone who said they couldn't do it, anyone who didn't believe in them, regretted that decision. That's what you need to do. I think it starts first from going to the root, going to the foundation, building up from there, using your imagination to fill in the steps in between, and then making it happen. So right now, I think the main thing is just to work on this foundation, maybe envision the future that you want and envision the steps you need to take. You know, making sure you really get comfortable, making sure that you take the precautions and the steps you need to be secure, and then in a couple months, in a year from now, you'll be ready. But this is the first thing that you need to do, and then I feel like you'll be able to really just take the leap. That's what I have for you, pile 2. Beautiful energy, really wonderful, especially with all these pages in the sun. There's just a lot of things that I think you need to throw out the window with things that people said or things that people believed about you that were not true. Just throw it out of the window and write your own story. That's what I have for you, pile 2. Oh, beautiful energy. I do hope this resonated, and I hope this was helpful for you. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you're curious and they resonate with you, or you can always watch one of my other videos, and of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you would like me to read for your situation. But that's what I have for you, pile 2. Beautiful. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, pile 3. So if you chose a third pile, then this is your reading on what you need to do to create your dream life. And I will say, pile 3, your messages are very straightforward and very practical, but it's good. So I feel like you've done a really good job of doing a lot of your spiritual work and your healing work. And so now let's just go to the step to step of what you need to do to kind of take yourself to the next level. So first and foremost, I do see a need to walk away either from certain people or certain habits that you feel like may be holding you back. And you know what those are. I feel like it's different for everybody, and we're all human, so we all have things that we need to improve on. So if you need to say work on your sleep schedule, make healthier choices, only have people around you who are in a good energy, getting rid of any toxic habits or anything that might be kind of holding you back here. So that's the first step. And of course, it's not going to happen overnight, but if you just try to commit yourself and take those steps every day, it will get better and better here. And so I'm also saying another really simple piece of practical advice is your goals in your dream life seem to require a certain amount of financial freedom or financial abundance here. And so you're being encouraged, if you have another source of income or multiple streams of income, continue to pour into that. Or if you're thinking about doing it, definitely do it. Now, I do see here with the 7 of Cups, and I will say this is coming through pretty specifically, if you have a day job but you can manage to have some sort of additional stream of income, definitely do that. Also, a great piece of practical advice is I would not recommend quitting your day job until your side income or your other streams of income can make up for what you'd be losing out on. So once again, it's a very practical piece of advice here, but there is a sense here of I feel like you want to take that leap. There's certain things that you want to do, you're ready to move forward, but there is a sense here of am I ready? Will I be okay? So definitely take your time with that. Don't rush into anything, but this is definitely just my very practical, have multiple streams of income here. Also be open to collaborate with others as well too, and continue to work on your networking. I do want to see this Devil card here. Okay, yeah, with the 5 of Pentacles. I think there's something here about a little bit of a fear of, okay. Ooh, you're getting a lot of practical advice here, pile 3. So I feel like once again, you've had a bit of a transformation here where I think you've really been working on your boundaries in particular. And there seems to be something here around needing to be very discerning about money. So I'll be honest. I don't know if there's someone around you or something around you that's kind of siphoning your finances. But for instance, it's okay to say, you know what, no, I can't lend you money, or no, I can't foot the bill this time, things like that, because I feel like if you can kind of get into an energy of walking away from things or disconnecting from things that are kind of blocking this ability to increase your abundance here, I think that's going to be the key here to actually being able to set your plans in motion. Because I do see that you have plans, but there's things that you need to kind of let go of or disconnect from here. Let's see. Also, I just heard, don't be afraid to say no if someone invites you to something that you don't actually want to go to. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Also, we do have the Devil to the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups is often a God's love card for me as well too. So for some of you, I highly recommend to bring God into your life and to have God help you on this journey, because I feel like you keep kind of coming up against roadblocks here, or there's something here about you feeling like you keep being like set back. Like things kind of move forward and then something comes up, or you try something and then you kind of like there's struggles and there's trials that are becoming kind of hard to overcome here. And it's like I see the practicality, but I didn't see a whole lot of love in the cards until we got this Ace of Cups. I think you're actually being advised as well too to release a little bit of the practicality. There's something here about, yes, you're putting in the work, yes, you're taking the specific steps you need to take. For a lot of you, you're already releasing a lot of like anything that might be holding you back, or releasing people that might be holding you back. But there's something here about you needing to get a little bit more into that spiritual side, having optimism for the future. Okay, so one thing I will say that's been hugely helpful for me and hugely helpful for so many people is blind optimism. Truly, it even has to get to a point where it almost feels slightly delusional. But if you're putting in the work, you're putting in the effort, truly believe that everything is going to work out. Truly believe that you're going to reach your destination, you're going to reach your goals, and I promise you, you will. I feel like that never-ending belief of like, I will be successful is what's going to get you there. It's almost like with this Devil card here. Let's see. Devil card. Yeah, Two of Cups. Ooh, for some of you, there's like a romantic relationship. Now, some of you, you've already done this and it's just an encouragement to not go back. Yeah, the Temperance. Okay, the Knight of Wands. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, for some of you, it's a person. For some of you, it's a person that you need to disconnect from. How do we know who this person is? Who is this person? This could be someone who's not committing. This could be someone who's kind of holding you back here. Yeah, Six of Swords. Okay. If there's an ex, don't go back to him. Don't go back. Oh, that's why we have the... Okay. So for some of you, I feel like someone has been like siphoning your energy or sucking up your energy. And either you've disconnected from them or you're thinking about disconnecting from this person. And you're getting a lot of encouragement to do so. Especially if you've already walked away from this person, stay disconnected from this person. Because I feel like this person isn't really helping in any way, isn't really... Like, you'll know who this person is, you know what I mean? Especially, too, if this is, like, we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. If this is, like, a situationship or someone who doesn't want to commit, I actually think that this person is really doing a number on your energy right now. And I think that they're kind of knocking your confidence, and they really shouldn't, because keep in mind, one person will have no problem committing to you while the other person just can't do it. And it's not a problem with you, it's a problem with that person, but you're allowing them to kind of manipulate your energy through this, especially if it's like an on and off thing, or someone won't commit, someone won't take you seriously. Yeah, Judgment. This is definitely a past person. Ooh, what an interesting energy. Okay, so how do you create your dream life? I feel like number one, walking away from things and people that don't serve you, having those multiple streams of income, working with God to kind of balance you out, but also not taking back an ex here. There's something here, it's coming through really strongly, where if you take some ex or past person back, it's really going to derail your future here. It was kind of a unique energy for today's reading, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, Ten of Wands, wow. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Keep this person away, cut this person off. And I think the main energy around this is that as you continue to move forward, as you continue to achieve and experience more and more success and abundance, you're going to experience plenty of people who are going to find you very attractive and very enticing because you're successful, because you look so good, because you exude this beautiful energy. And the only reason you dealt with this person was that you could see this person, type of person, coming from a mile away, and you could cut them off, or you could keep them at bay here. That was the lesson. So if you're dealing with someone that you walked away from and they try to come back around, leave them in your past. If you're dealing with someone who can't commit to you, if you're dealing with someone who's not adding any value to your life, leave them where they are. I feel like that's kind of like the big thing. It kind of honestly like threw me for a loop a little bit. But that's what I'm getting for your pile in particular, is that we're getting a lot of practical advice here. Walk away from things that don't serve you. You know, continue to make those good choices that align with your future life that you want. And you know what that is. You know what kind of lifestyle you need to lead to have the kind of life that you want. Continue to put in that work, really kind of continue to increase when it comes to your multiple streams of income. And that can be as simple as investing in a Roth IRA, investing in your 401k, investing in some long-term stocks, things like that. If you have the finances to invest in things like real estate, investing in yourself, that can be a multiple stream of income as well too, where you just set it, forget it, and then you can come back to it later. But I'm also seeing here that if there is any like toxic individuals or messy individuals, people who can't commit, people who don't pour into your self-esteem but take from it, that could really derail what you're trying to create here. And also to really continue to work on your relationship with God, because I feel like he's going to really help carry you. Because I feel like you're kind of putting in this work, but the amount of dividends that you're getting back could be increased tenfold if you worked with God in your situation here. Okay, final cards. Final cards for pile 3. Look at that. I'm telling you, if you follow this advice, you will be so abundant and so happy. And also it's going to be a lot easier. So I don't know if you feel like, so the work that you've put in thus far, the work that you've been putting in life, do you feel like it's just been a lot of work? Or do you feel like you're just kind of exhausted or tired? It's going to feel so much easier. You're literally just going to feel like you're easily juggling 2 pentacles, but you're going to have your dream life here. If you can follow this advice. So walk away from things or people that don't serve you. Maybe any like bad habits, try to minimize those and heal from those. Disconnect from anyone that you left in the past because they're in the past for a reason. Have your multiple streams of income and set money aside for the future. And develop a beautiful, loving, faithful relationship with God. You're going to be golden. You're going to get exactly what you want in the future. That's what I have for you, pile 3. Honestly, very simple. And once again, like saving and investing is hugely important for you. I think you've already been doing that, but if not, really do that. And if you have been doing that, increase that. Because I see that that's going to be really successful for you. Just make sure to do safe investing. Really do your research. If you want to do like a little bit of like higher risk stuff, do very small amounts, like tiny amounts. But the majority of your investing and saving should be in safe, long-term things. 401k, Roth IRA, if you want to do like an S&P 500 portfolio, that's also a great way to do nice, safe investing that you can rely on in the future. That's what I have for you. Beautiful practical energy here, pile 3. I feel like you figured it out, but this is just encouragement. If these were kind of like on your steps of things you need to do, this is the secret to get the life that you want. I promise you. That's what I have for you. So I do hope this resonated, and I hope this is helpful for you. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you're curious and they resonate with you, or you can watch one of my other videos. And of course, if you would like a personal reading with me, you can always book that so I can read for your specific situation. But that's what I have for you. Beautiful energy, everyone. Wonderful advice. And I even learned some things in these readings today. Wonderful. So that's what I have for you. So thank you so much once again. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.